All right, so, Paul, I have a hard turn here. It's still related to college football. The other day, you had a conversation with Marcus Spears on your radio show about Colin Kaepernick. For our viewers who did not get the opportunity to listen in, I'd like to play that and get your reaction.
Sure. The genesis of this flag goes back to the War of 1812, and I just really don't understand. I mean, again, not to look at the country back then, but the two just this country has issues, but this country is not oppressing black people.
I don't think it is. It's oppressing black people, but I will say this:
there are major issues, but
it's the underservice of the community.
Yeah,
it's basically what it boils.
It's a different
down.
issue, though.
It's a different issue.
What's been the reaction since you said that you don't believe the country is oppressing black people?
Carrie, it's been incredible. I've heard from so many people, and most of whom were shocked by what I said, and I've done what I always do in cases like this. I've gone back to review what I said there. I went back to review what I said in an exchange with Joey Galloway on College Football Live, and I could spend the rest of my life trying to talk my way out of it, but I can't. I blew it. I simply did not have a good grasp of the situation. I know better. I've lived in this country. I see what is going on all across the country from north to south, east to west, and I have no excuse. I can't explain why I articulated the words the way they did, but I did, and there's a public record of it, and there's a natural reaction, and I respect that, and all I can say is that I made a terrible mistake in trying to express a feeling that I had no right to express, and I don't know whether this will mean anything to anyone, but I feel compelled to answer your question that way, that it was a terrible mistake on my part, and my eyes are wider open today than they've ever been as a result.
Have you had an opportunity to talk to Paul, to talk to Marcus or
yes.
Joey about this?
I flew to Knoxville this morning with Marcus, and we started this dialogue yesterday and have continued it. And he made a very clear point to me that as much as he loves me and I love him, we're like brothers. His point to me was that I can't understand what he's been through, and I can't. And I'm not going to try to push what I've been through on anyone else because it doesn't work. Carrie, I've lived a long time. I've lived in the South. I've seen the bigotry. I've seen the racism. When I went to Birmingham, Alabama 35 years ago, it sickened me to walk on the streets there that a couple of years earlier, police dogs were let loose on young African Americans. So I know better, and that's what's so disappointing as a broadcaster, that I didn't do a better job of making a point.
I appreciate you for saying that, because the first thing I said was we have to have him on, and we must have him answer that question. I blew it, simply is what you said. I appreciate that, Paul Finebaum. Thank you for joining us here on SportsCenter.